Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to start the event, so please take your seats. Our honorable chief guest, His Excellency Saif bin Mohammed al-Shabibi, the Minister of Housing. Our honorable guest of honor, His Excellency Dr. Rashid bin As-Safi al-Hrebi, Chairman of Tender Board. Your Excellency Sheikh Salim bin Mustahil al-Mashani. Your Excellencies and distinguished guests, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Dalia. I'm going to be your host for this evening. And on behalf of United Media Services, we welcome you today to the Dossier Constructions Infrastructure Awards and Summit 2019, an exclusive construction, infrastructure, and real estate industry event organized under the auspices of the Ministry of Housing and the Ministry of Tourism. Before we start the proceedings, we take this opportunity to thank our partners, Petroleum Development Oman's Manazil, our strategic partner, Duca, the formwork and scaffolding partner, Renaissance Services and Corporate Parks, FZC, the associate partners, Al-Wataniya United Engineering and Contracting, At-Tamman and Saeed Salim Al-Wahabi Group of Companies, the support partners, F&M Middle East, the design consultant partner, Atkins, SNC Lavalin, Renarde and KEO, the industry partners, BusinessLiveME.com, Times of Oman and Shabiba, the media partners, and RMP, the print support partner. This event is instituted by Dossier magazine, published by United Media Services, part of Muscat Overseas Group. Launched in 2007, Dossier is Oman's first business-to-business B2B publication on construction, infrastructure, and real estate sectors. Dossier launched the first edition of this event in 2013, so this year marks the 7th edition of the event. The objective of Dossier Construction's Infrastructure Awards and Summit is to drive the exchange of knowledge and best practices within the industry, facilitate the best of the best within the construction, infrastructure, real estate, interiors, and construction materials industry. Today's event is managed by UMS Live, the specialist events and conferences arm of United Media Services, UMS. This evening, we have lined up a presentation, a panel discussion, and an awards ceremony. The event is live streaming on YouTube, and you could follow the live updates on Twitter and Instagram. Before we start the proceedings, let's have a look at a short video on our digital media partner, businessliveme.com. It's the preferred business news portal for corporate leaders, entrepreneurs, and policymakers who make decisions every day based on correct, timely, factual, and unbiased news and derive perspective on the ever-evolving business environment. We will start the proceedings with a presentation by Mr. Ahmed Al-Shaybani, Project Manager, Manazil Petroleum Development, Oman's Integrated Accommodation Strategy. Mr. Ahmed has more than 26 years of diverse experience in projects and project services. In 2015, he was selected in the first group of National CEO Program sponsored by Royal Diwan to develop Omani senior leaders through modules run by IMD Institute for a full year. In the presentation, he will be talking about PDO's Manazil, a transformational accommodation strategy which truly aligns to PDO's values, enhancing employee value proposition and improving the living conditions for contractors. It's a game changer in the way PDO will operate its non-core yet critical business, which is a key enabler for overall business success. Please welcome Mr. Ahmed Al-Shaybani on stage.
Assalamu alaikum. Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, and business leaders. It's a pleasure for me to be here tonight to talk about Manazil. We decided to select this forum to officially launch the project. It's a project under BDO which brings a new strategy for the whole concession area of BDO in terms of how we will provide accommodation for both video staff and also contractors working with us. In the mapping here on the right-hand side, as you can see, we have video concession area which goes all the way from north of Oman to south, and I believe everybody here also are very familiar with video in terms of operation and business. Basically, video relies heavily on having quite a number of contractors supporting us, plus video own resources working across the whole concession in oil and gas operation. And over the years, we have been having those accommodation provided through different means. We have across the concession video camps, which been provided that accommodation for video staff. We also have been having something called permanent accommodation for contractors who've been also been scattered across the concession area. But also we have a majority of contractors who've been working in video operations staying in their own facilities. As you can see in this picture, maybe people who've been traveling to interior within our concession area, they have seen similar accommodation across the concession. Across the concession area, we're talking about almost capacity of 30,000 beds for people who are on base loads. Besides that, we also have fluctuation in numbers of requirement for projects, rigs operation, and another critical operation for video. So we talk about majority of people scattered across the three different standards of accommodation. What this project will bring to video is a transformational, a game changer, and also a business opportunity we would like to offer to the market. And using this forum to bring that business opportunity is very well thought of and selected because it's also the right forum to address the project. So this is a video concession area looking across where is the capacity being set up basically in terms of beds utilization. So we start from areas where we have a very high bed gaps in terms of what being provided, what is available. This is also projected in terms of the growth over the years until end of concession by year 2044. There are two also aspects to look into: what we have now, how the growth will be addressed, and also ability to sustain and bring a new standard while we are in operation stage until end of concession. As you can see in this picture, we have areas, we have very significant bed gaps. And these are, some of them, they're quite remote areas. Some of them, they are quite also areas where we have already established facility, but quite fragmented. We also looked into, over the years, we have been eroding value in terms of providing the right standard to the people who are working in our concession, in terms of mainly is the contractors who are supporting our operation. So the objective of one of the key drivers on Manazil project is to bring that area of standardization and making sure that we transform the way how we provide accommodation to the people working within video to a standard which is fit for all basically video staff and resources and contractors together. It's a game changer in the way that we will be trying to achieve this, where we will be looking into a fully outsourcing model. We are in oil and gas business. We would like the expertise now to come and join us and work with us in providing accommodation solution in a long-term, strong partnership. So we will be looking into the experts who will be happy to work with us in terms of our outsource model, but in return, we will, as video, we will go in a very committed sort of long-term contracts with a guaranteed occupancy for both video resources and contractor. So we looked at it more of also an opportunity of a win-win situation in terms of business model. This is just being developed as early visual on how this will look like. There is another angle to it that we will also look into. More ladies now start working in our oil fields, so providing that kind of accommodation for them, it's a requirement, it's a necessity. So we would be basically looking into how we accommodate in an integrated fashion, video, contractors, the ladies on the site in an accommodation standard, which also brings element of innovation, sustainability, elements of better efficiency in utilization of resources. We talk about technologies in terms of efficiency of using energy, water resources, and other elements. As you can see here, this is a high-level visual where we talk about it, but then again, this will be scaled up and down, depends on the location. In some location, as we have seen in the map, we were looking for capacity up to 3,000. In some of these areas, we will also be looking to capacity like 400, 300. So that flexibility in terms of the model will be looked at. In terms of ability to achieve also high standard on in-country value, it will be a criteria for us to evaluate the best offer we have. So elements in terms of how much we use of local resources, creating jobs for Omanis through this model are key elements for us moving forward. Again, there is a very key reason, as I said, for BDO to drive this strategy. It's been a proven concept in terms of improvement of worker welfare and productivity, which links to BDO core value business in terms of improving HSC, health and safety and environment within workplace by providing a good standard of accommodation to all the people who works in oil and gas operation. So we believe that by providing this new standard, we will have a better quality of productivity from the workforce, we will have a better output, we will provide spaces for them where get connected, recreation, and we will enhance the opportunities for women working in interior. Over that, we will also look into safety, security, and also basically better utilization of critical resources. As you can see, there are lots of objectives being set for this project. We are in the very early stages in terms of announcing the project. This is the first time we talk about the project in public, but we will soon be starting going in a very rapid steps to make sure it's happening. So looking to the plan for the project, we are looking about around in November, which is the opportunity with the also National Day celebration where we go officially on expression of interest for the project. So we are working hand in hand with our contracting team to set up the tender out, hopefully by early November. In that, we will be going through expression of interest with some road shows talking about the project, some events where we utilize similar to this, or also specific events we invite within BDO for people to come and know more about the project. Once we close that phase by Q1 next year, we should be ready to issue the tender for those people who are qualified through the expression of interest, and then followed by full-fledged tender, hoping that we will have those partners announced and awarded by Q1 2021. Again, the whole concept that there will be a contract with the winning parties all the way up to end of concession, which is 2044, which means that it provides elements of recovery of investment and also opportunities to make a change and then implement sustainable solution across the concession period of BDO. Thank you for your listening. This is just, we said we want to utilize the opportunity of this event to give you a high-level brief about the project, but I'm sure that when we go through the process and announcement, there will be quite a number of advertisements in the newspapers talking about the project, the events where we will call. So I hope that we see more and more of people who are interested to join us to come to this event. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Ahmed, for the informative presentation on the innovative initiative of BDO. Before we move on to the panel discussion, let's have a look at a video on the unique integrated accommodation facility project in Duqm.
Scattered by the seashore are the house of fishermen, eagerly await their return from the north. Life is simple in these villages, whose shores are washed by waters of Arabian Sea twice a day, where gentle bleating of goats is music in the air. Now, this 70-kilometer stretch of seashore is destined to be the gateway to Europe and Asia, a window through which Oman gazes out to the Indian Ocean and 7 seas beyond. Dokkum is one of the developing integrated economic corridor of MENA region, with several major projects at different stages of completion. With its strategic geopolitical location and dedicated government support, Dokkum continues to attract investors from all over the globe, building on His Majesty's vision of Dokkum as a logistics hub and a center for tourism. In this emerging great new city for Oman, coming up are many projects which would require large workforces to commission, support, and sustain them. This is where Renaissance expertise of building unique permanent workforce accommodation solutions offer higher standards at lower cost due to economies of scale. Renaissance Village Dokkum provides world-class HSE compliant housing solution with superior amenities. It is built over an area of 200,000 square meters and can accommodate more than 16,000 people. The rooms in the facility are designed for all levels of employees, like shared rooms for 6, 4, 2, or senior single rooms, or senior executive ensuite rooms. Infrastructure at Renaissance Village Dokkum is geared up to handle every requirement. The laundry, getting oily coveralls and personal clothing washed, dried, ironed and ready to wear. 7 exclusive diners serving 3 meals a day, with option of packed food for project sites. Large kitchens with capable kitchen crew preparing variety of dishes to suit customers of any nationality. Fully equipped bakery. A ISO certified stores, which ensures timely procurement. Handling, storing of fresh, dry, cold and frozen food materials. Our facilities include mosque, standard size football pitch, recreation centres, gymnasiums, library, reading lounges, swimming pool. Also, there is complete Wi-Fi coverage for easy access to internet anywhere within. With regard to healthcare, Renaissance Village Dokkum has a 24/7 in-house clinic with 15 beds, pharmacy, ambulance and well-trained medical staff. Moreover, the village has a shopping centre, a supermarket, barbershops, ATMs and currency exchange offices to cater to various needs of the people staying with us. Renaissance has created a self-sustaining infrastructure in Dokkum, which generates 100% in-country value and contributes towards developing the local economy and bringing opportunities for the locals to participate in the growth. Renaissance Village Dokkum allows companies to focus on their core capabilities while providing them with a 360-degree solution for housing, feeding, taking care of their staff, so that they return to their workplace the next day fully rested and rejuvenated. It is more than just a camp experience. It is a lifestyle for thousands of people from different countries. Renaissance Village Dokkum, looking after your people.
What an amazing project Renaissance Village Dokkum is. Now it's time for the panel discussion. It will be focused on the subject towards a sustainable future, emerging opportunities. Let's invite our eminent panelists on stage. The first panelist is Mr. Simon Karam. He is one of the most respected and renowned figures in the construction industry. He is the director of Sarouj Group that employs over 3,500 people. He is also the founding member of Oman Society of Contractors and part of a number of industry bodies. Please welcome Mr. Simon on stage. Our, our next panelist is Mr. Hussein Mohammed Lawati, Chief Commercial Officer in Renaissance Services. He's a fellow chartered manager with over 23 years of experience in 5 industries in commercial and operational assignments in the private sector. In Renaissance Services, he leads the Value Chain Solutions team, driving business development, supply chain, and communications functions. Please welcome with me Mr. Hussein on stage. Our next panelist is Mr. Fahad Al-Ismaili. He is the founder and CEO of Tibyan Properties. He has a professional experience of over 17 years in real estate, brokerage, development, and investment. He's also a board member of Omran Group and Oman Real Estate Association. He is also a committee member and advisor on various real estate investment funds in Oman and the region. Please welcome with me Mr. Fahad. Our next panelist is Mr. Ahmed Hassan. He has over 26 years of experience in the industry. In his previous assignment in PDO, he led the concept and feed work, detailed design, and procurement from inception to completion for over $4 billion value Rabab Harwil project. He is currently the project manager for Ras Al Hamra development project, which is a significantly large real estate development with over $500 million investment. Please welcome Mr. Ahmed on stage. Our next panelist is Mr. Dhananjay Golwadi, Group General Manager of Assarin Group of Companies. He has been with the Assarin Group for over 28 years. During his tenure as the Group General Manager, the group has seen tremendous growth in its turnover and is today a leading player in the concrete products industry, frozen food distribution, and contract cleaning and landscaping businesses. Please welcome Mr. Dhananjay on stage. Our next panelist is a lady, Ms. Maryam Hamad Al-Sharji. She is the Director of Real Estate Service Center, a one-stop shop for real estate investment and development in the Ministry of Housing. She's an architect by profession. She was part of the team that worked on drafting guidelines for the first national pilot project on the integrated housing development in Baraka. She also worked as an architect at Huckle and Partners on both private and public projects, and at Machin Associates in the UK. Please welcome with me Ms. Maryam on stage. Our next panelist is Mr. Gary Brown, General Manager, Commercial Vehicles in Zawawi Trading, the authorized general distributor of Mercedes-Benz in Oman. He brings with him over 30 years of experience in the industry. Please welcome Mr. Gary. And now we invite our panelist moderator, Mr. Masoud Raza. He is Atkins Oman's principal architect and lead designer with over 20 years of experience across a range of architectural and urban design products, including 5- and 4-star hotels, retail, and prestigious residential projects, including Alela Hotel and Resort, El Mouj Muscat, JW Marriott, Sundus Rotana Hotel, and Saqa Hotel and Resort. Please welcome Mr. Masoud on stage. Now over to you, Mr. Masoud. You're welcome.
I'm really excited with this opportunity, and then I thank you all the excellencies, honorable guests, and the panelists, and welcome you to this panel discussion. As you know, the theme of this panel discussion is towards a sustainable future and emerging opportunities. So when we think about emerging opportunities, Duqm, of course, comes to our mind. And Renaissance development, which was just mentioned here a short while ago, is a landmark project and offering integrated modern accommodation facilities. The question is how it is contributing to Duqm development as a whole, and how it is bringing up the ICV contribution in Duqm. And for this question, the most suited person is definitely Ahmed. Ahmed, this question is for you. Yes.
So it is
Sorry,
Hussein from
Hussein.
Renaissance. Okay. Thank you, Masoud. First of all, thank you for the organizers, and thanks for showcasing the video of Renaissance Duqm Village tonight. It is an honor to be here. So where do I start? I think when the government decided to make Duqm an iconic city and form CZAD, we believed in the vision, we rallied behind the vision, and that's exactly where RSVD, as we call it internally, or Renaissance Duqm Village, started. It was very important. Now, from a private sector point of view, you would say, well, it's all about supply and demand. No, it started actually with Duqm Village with a belief, and we had to go behind the vision of the government. When we started the village, the occupancy was not confirmed occupancy.
Okay.
It actually kind of delayed about 2 years for whoever was and is aware of how Duqm kind of progressed. Of course, with the multiples of projects then that happen, and if you look at the structure of Duqm or any industrial city or a, let's say, an economic zone, obviously it starts with the logistics hub. And in Duqm, obviously, the Port of Duqm started, thanks to Reggie. And of course, how the team is working there fabulously, and the relationship that we carry with them. CZAD and the relationship that we have with them, the fabulous relationship that we carry out with them. And then on the other side, when you look at the Duqm refinery, and the exceeding activities that took place kind of made us actually take the $200 million and say, that's where we're going to be doing what we want to do as an iconic project. And as you see, of course, it said 16,000, then we run another expansion to 18,000. So the capacity of the occupancy at this point of a time is 18,000, and soon you would hear, as it's a phased extension sort of a thing, that we are going to be going and moving on with our expansions very soon. On the ICV, of course, the project with the 75, now 79 million Riyal Omani is a local project. It's fully an ICV project. In fact, even for our clients, we are an in-country value. When we talk about how we employed Omanis directly and indirectly, when we talk about the SMEs and how we went to the local communities, not only in Duqm, but outside of Duqm, whether it's Haima, Jazir, with our diversification that happened and how we integrated the solutions for Duqm. So not only the accommodation, but also the waste management project that we got from BIA. So multiples of things that really took place. Now, how do we actually add value to the ongoing stuff that are happening in Duqm? Obviously, I mean, the contractors that come to Duqm, rather than testing and trialing things, it's a plug and play. You come to Duqm, Renaissance Duqm Village, and you get the accommodation, and you get the food, and you get the facilities, and you get actually even a lifestyle. So we have actually upgraded the way workers live, the dignity and the lifestyle. You know, when you talk about having multi-purpose halls, when you have Wi-Fi free, when you have swimming pools, when you have football pitches, it's just multiples of things. And we continue doing that. In fact, we are discussing with the team at this point of time to have even across the month activities for these workers, because there's nothing to do except for that.
No, that's so great.
Thanks.
But before I go to other panelists, I still have one more question for you, Hussein. It's just we have heard that you are planning to expand also in Duqm, and then what are those your expansion plans, and especially what gives you confidence that there will be future, what is in the future in terms of infrastructure works for and other projects in Duqm?
So I will not take the charm from Manazil and Engineer Ahmed, right? Yes, we are going to go for an expansion very soon. What makes us believe in that? I think it's the initial belief that we had in the vision. But there are multiples of projects that are taking place. As I said, the ongoing activities of the Duqm refinery, Shell GTL, Duqm Petrochem. There's multiples of projects that are happening on the heavy and light industries in Duqm. The Chinese projects that are coming in. Of course, all that kind of gives us the confidence that the supply and demand are in place. And obviously, that makes it a responsibility for us to look at an expansion, of course, in a phased way, but it is coming very soon.
Good, great work, Hussein, and we hope to hear more from Duqm and your projects in Duqm. And now with this, we need to go to another topic of ours, is public-private partnership, PPP, and just you know that Ministry of Housing and Supreme Council of Planning have joined hands with a private developer, Al Adrak, for this integrated housing development in Barka. And PDO Manazil project we just heard from Ahmed was it has great potential for PPP. So the question here is how the PPP model fits with the public sector in terms of what Ministry of Housing, especially the DG of Directorate General of Real Estate, how it is fitting with the services they offer currently, and also what private players have that for their interest, what is there in this PPP model. So these are the burning questions. I need to give my opinion here is that for me, PPP models, successful PPP models are actually very much linked to the terms and conditions that TNCs, and how balanced they are, and how sort of not lopsided they are. So, and if they are favoring to one party or other, then there is always conflicts and things happen. So, but I want to broaden this discussion and take Mariam on this discussion, who is director at Directorate General of Real Estate, Ministry of Housing. So, Mariam, over to you.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. First of all, thank you very much for having me here today and this opportunity. Firstly, the Directorate General of Real Estate development was created in 2014, under the umbrella of the Ministry of Housing. It was mandated for several things. Firstly, to develop real estate projects, residential, commercial, industrial, logistic, and so on. Secondly, it was also mandated to regulate the real estate scene in Oman and to provide for an environment that attracts investors, developers, end buyers, and so on. Basically, a real estate supply chain. Now, right about the time that the Real Estate Development Department was created, housing projects at the Ministry of Housing were predominantly tendered. The budgets were tight, the scheme was strict due to us having to manage public money. And with the economic crisis of 2016, a lot of the housing projects at the Ministry of Housing halted, basically. And so the PPP model has allowed us at the Ministry of Housing to have like a business mindset and to function for profit. And this is very fitting with what we're doing at the Ministry at the Real Estate Department. One of the main challenges at the Ministry of Housing is the long waiting lists for Omani applicants waiting for land. Since they're waiting for land in these long waiting lists, and at the same time we've got vast spaces of land which are planned, but the infrastructure is not coming in at the same time. And in the past, these applicants have been granted land with no existing services or none planned for the near future, which has caused major issues. The Ministry of Housing is approaching this differently with the PPP model. We started with the very first, as you said, the very first national pilot project, which is the integrated housing development project, Suruh and Barka, in collaboration with the Supreme Council of Planning. And this is as an alternative to being granted land. So the applicant can actually get on the system to buy subsidized housing units. And the government is planning to incentivize this scheme by actually giving some of the commercial plot to the developer in order to encourage developers and investors onto the scheme. The government has actually, the Ministry of Housing has already planned several other plots of land similar to this one. This one is actually 350 square meters to home roughly around 1,000 Omani families. So there are several other planned plots already available. We just need to see how this pilot project would pan out. Secondly, what we're doing is trying to regulate the real estate scene. A PPP model in real estate would not be successful without firstly regulating the scene. So we've started out since the inception of the real estate department to actually register the different sectors and categorize them. Last year, the real estate brokerage law came out last year, which requires real estate brokers to actually register at the ministry, and they go through training, which is a prerequisite to actually being registered. The same with the Owners Association. We're currently drafting a more comprehensive law that includes facilities management, includes a real estate evaluation. So most of these services were actually under the Ministry of Housing, but have since been privatized. And finally, with regard to providing this environment that attracts investors, the Ministry of Housing actually created the Real Estate Service Center recently. Actually, I'll go back a step. The executive regulations for escrow accounts came out in June of this year, which actually helps developers. They could actually start selling their property off the plot instead of actually waiting for their property to be built up, which is a good thing. And so with regards to actually creating an environment to attract investors, the Real Estate Service Center was created this year, which we're launching an electronic platform very soon. And the developers can actually log on to our platform and get their building permits and the different approvals from different government entities within a time frame of 27 days. So previously it could have taken months to actually get approvals and finally get your building permit, but through this platform it's only within 27 days. So that cuts down on the time, and investment opportunities are not lost for investors and for the government as well.
That's great. That sounds all great. So now, now I want to take this discussion even further and want some input from Fahad Al-Shibli and Fahad's view on this. Basically, Fahad has a unique position, I must say, that is head of Tibian and also member of board of governors for Omran, board of directors for Omran. So what is your take on this PPP model?
Thank you very much for inviting me to this panel. However, I am here today representing Tibian Properties, and I have no say on Omran. So what I would say on the PPP, the one, we know that it's a public-private partnership. However, to me personally, I think that PPP, the way it is done right now, it's about the government giving out lands to private sector for them to develop. But the developer do take all the risks and take all the financial burden, whether the project is successful or not. I'm talking about a normal real estate development program. I'm not talking about the more complex PPP projects. I think if the government, when instead of them just giving lands to the developers and go in as an equity holder with the land value and have that share of the profit and loss alike, then we will see a very good progress when it comes to a PPP structure in the real estate development. Mm-hmm. But what is it happening right now? It's more about long-term lease between a landowner and a tenant who is taking the land on long-term lease to develop it. And sometimes it ends up on very hefty financial burden from also taking loans from the local banks. Therefore, when the project or the PPP is structured in a way where an SPV is created between that government entity and the developer, and it could be also more than one developer contributing or a pool of investors, then we will see a clear commitment to the success of that project and a real acceleration towards completion of that project. But when it comes to granting lands for the purpose of only developing it, then many factors come there, because usually these lands are very huge in size. I mean, we take the Idrak project for example. It is around 350,000 square meters, and these kind of lands, the developer is supposed to put in all the infrastructure, and that infrastructure cost is very, very high. That can ruin the feasibility of the project. Therefore, it is very difficult to see progress when it comes to real delivery, and this is why you can see the years passes by without having a clear sight on delivery. That's what I would say.
Yeah, that's great. Now, to hear from Dhananjay, basically from a pure private player perspective, let's see what he has to say on this.
Good evening, everybody. Good evening, Your Excellencies and all distinguished business leaders assembled here. I thank the organizers also for inviting me to be on the panel. Coming to the question you have asked, I can relate a very interesting small, it's probably going to be large in due course of time, but we as in the Australian group are leading players in the concrete products industry. And we have two very large plants in Muscat and in Sohar. And for years, we had been looking for source of aggregates to feed our plants. 2 years ago, we were approached by MDO, Mineral Development Oman, a government entity, and they suggested an equity shared concept of a PPP model where we and one other private entity called Al Fajr Al Alamiya, Asrain and MDO have now put up a very large, or in the process of putting up a very large gabbro quarry, which will crush aggregates, blast and crush aggregates, and this will be used within the Batinda region. It will feed our factories. We have an offtake agreement with the new SPV, and we also plan to export this aggregate to Qatar, and we also understand that Bangladesh is looking for aggregates, so we're looking at Bangladesh as well. So this is actually a successful incorporation of a PPP model in the mineral field, which I wanted to share with the audience here today as a way forward, and with the oil prices at the current range-bound level of $60–70, I think PPP is the way forward for developing Oman.
Very good, very good.
Thank you.
Hussein, please, if you have any comments on this.
On the PPP, obviously, going back to Renaissance Village Duqm, I think it is a successful showcase of a PPP because our partners are local partners from the government and from the private sector. But obviously, it would require a case-by-case sort of a study. As my colleagues on the panel said, obviously now it is, only 2 days ago we got a couple of young guys who came and saw us and said we're looking for equity for 1 million square meters, right? For something that I cannot disclose at this point of the time. But what next? What are the incentives? What is the long-term visions around that? So I think it needs to be really looked at as case by case. What is the value proposition behind it? It is still a trending 3 letters. We need to have some sort of details behind it. There was a forum only a few weeks ago around PPP, and I think it was a forum that was creating awareness about PPP to the Omani business leaders. Was there any international business leaders? Are we inviting also investors from outside? Interestingly, that forum, I think there was very few, but it needs to have a balance. So that would be my view on PPP. But as I said, it's only the start. We need more details from the governing bodies. Yeah.
Great thoughts. And I must say there is definitely a interest in Oman for the PPP model, and we can see it now. Now, moving on, we need to discuss sustainability and sustainable development here. And in Oman, the major pillars for us, there are many, but of course, the 3 I picked is human empowerment. So human empowerment is directly related to sustainable development, and also the environmental resilience. So we need to think about environment and how it is related to sustainability, so that cannot be avoided. And that competitive knowledge-based economy, so that's the third part which we need to see and as a, in Omani context. So the question here, and one of the challenges when we talk about sustainable development is its commercial viability and the upfront cost and all that. So, and it's long runs, in the long run, yes, but you know, the commercial viability at the front, is important. So I would like, Mariam, you to start on this, and then we'll take this discussion to other panelists as well.
With regards to sustainability, I mean, our initiative at the real estate department with regards to integrated communities, that within itself is a sustainable approach. We encourage or promote developers to look into the challenges that are facing neighborhoods right now and actually come up with sustainable solutions within the new projects. When we were working for the guidelines for the Baraka project, one of the main things that we focused on was sustainability. And the developer actually came right on along with us. I mean, creating pedestrian-friendly streets, you know, having natural shading within our streetscape and within our homes. We've got such a strong vernacular architecture here in Oman to actually take lessons from. And for example, courtyard designs are going to serve us forever. They're not outdated. You know, orientating the building in the correct way creates comfortable internal environments. I think it's about people being informed, the fact that sustainability, energy efficiency doesn't really have to be expensive. There are slight things you can do to the actual design of the building that would actually give you a benefit, a long-lasting benefit. Naturally, things like incorporating photovoltaics, double glazing, insulation, that could be a bit heavy on the pocket, but I feel like it's the awareness, giving people the awareness that they're actually, you know, helping the ecosystem. At the end of the day, sustainability is, in general, it's about being responsible. You know, I think people need to take it upon themselves and be proactive and be informed in order to make better choices. So that's my answer.
Great thoughts. Now, as the head of Ras Al Hamra Development, Ahmed, I want you to share your thoughts on this topic.
Yeah, this is very close to our heart in PDO and in Ras Al Hamra in particular. That sustainability is our main focus, one of the main focuses. For people who don't know Ras Al Hamra, this is like it's a PDO housing next, really close to the industrial area in Ras Al Hamra, and for PDO, Orpic, and other companies, that the industrial compound. But we are just outside that. We are embarking on building more than 1,000 units, villas mostly, and some apartments as well. So sustainability, I mean, to start with in Ras Al Hamra, one of the things that we have embarked on and considered in our development is actually sort of, how do I put it, not to abuse the area that is available to us. Utilize the area, respect the nature in that area, go with the topography that it exists in the area, rather than what you call trying to build the maximum number of units in a square kilometer or whatever you call it. So that was one of our objectives in sustainability, in respecting the environment. And also other initiatives like what you call the fill, the landfill, and everything is from the same area, goes to the same area. No wastage, minimizing cutting, minimizing even backfilling, despite the difficult topography of the area, right? And also we had many initiatives in sustainability. In fact, the school that we have built has a LEED accreditation of silver.
Okay.
Yeah, we were 1 point short of gold, which is still a sour subject for me, but That's how it went. And we are also embarking on what we call getting LEED accreditation for the houses as well, units. And we are aiming for gold accreditation for that one.
Great.
We have also did a lot of trials on solar panels in terms of what we call installing solar panels. In fact, our new villas have the solar panels will provide around 50% of consumption for the households, and that is our what we call. And then we are expanding these initiatives to what we call consider a smart city. Our smart city is not really sustainability, but it helps sustainability in a great way. And in terms of home energy, home savings, and plus the other features that come with a smart city, like wayfinding, intelligent parking, and all of that will be part of this development in Ras Al Hamra. So yes, and I think in the long run, sustainability is actually is paying off.
Great work, Ahmed. It's good to hear all this, and I must say that sustainability, we have to remove inhibitions about sustainability. Somehow we have made a myth about sustainability as it costs more, or it is the buildings, if you make with sustainability in mind, doesn't look that great and all that. So we need to get rid of those inhibitions and really look at actually things that look good are more sustainable to me, being an architect. So yes, I just want to start on the commercial challenges and the rise of rising cost of doing business here, and how is affecting our business and how we are managing it. And Simone, I think you are the right experienced guy for this. Could you share some thoughts on this, please?
I would have wanted to talk a little bit about the economy globally.
Sure.
It's very interesting to hear about the private initiatives. Then I will go back to that.
Definitely.
You see, because the theme of the meeting is sustainable economy.
Future, yeah.
And emerging opportunities. You see, sustainability is the ability to manage change. It's something that lasts. It is not to depend on one source of income. It's to be able to deal with crises. And I think our country now is setting itself up to become a sustainability. Let me take what you said, the challenges. Recently, as you all know, in an attempt to create the real environment, whether for commercial activity, foreign direct investment, or PPP, a set of magnificent laws have come out. These laws are the laws, company laws, the bankruptcy laws, the foreign investment law, the PPP law, and an auxiliary activity which is important. There's an arbitration, now authority that these laws are very modern, and they have been now being put into application. Let's take the PPP law, for example. As you probably know, now the whole framework has been set. Yeah. There's an authority that regulates. There's a plan, and very, very soon, the government will go out for several projects of PPP. But before the end of the year, this will be announced. Example, the medical city. In the medical city, opportunity will be, of course, given to whoever wants to build a hospital or but also a multitude of services around it, like laundry. At the moment, the Ministry of Health deals with 12,000 pieces that they wash every day. You could think of a laboratory where the service is centralized for all these for these hospitals, like X-ray or whatever. The opportunities are multiple. What are the emerging opportunities, I think, today in Oman?
Great.
First of all, we have sectors that are, we have good news.
Mm-hmm.
We have good news as we rely always on fossil fuel. The oil and gas is very vibrant. And the shooting star at the moment is gas. We have gas. To become more sustainable, we have to manage it properly and add in-country value rather than exporting the commodity as it stands. You have opportunities, if I may take one example, the tourism, which is very dear to my heart. I'll just give one example. At the moment, there are 160 million Chinese tourists in the world. It's expected by 2030 there will be 400 million. The 160 million represent 1/10 of the total mass of tourists. They spend half the money, so they are rich. A new thing has happened in the last few years in China. There's a middle class that has become comfortably rich. And this middle class used to travel to buy watches, such as Rolex from my friends Kimji, or such Louis Vuitton or luxurious items. They don't do that anymore. Now they travel to live an experience which they could go back home and tell their friends about it. These experiences are riding a camel, climbing a mountain, diving in the sea. All this we have. Imagine if we concentrate, as Tanfi's program recommended, on one of the sectors, which is tourism. And within tourism, we concentrate for some time on the Chinese market. The opportunities are incredible, they're immense. The opportunities, you see, I came here in 1970. We used to carry aggregates on donkey in Rui. So the opportunities seemed unbelievable. Believe me, the opportunities today in Oman are much, much, much more important and more numerous. You have to see them and catch them. We Omanis, we have to believe in ourselves and put more confidence in our country. Then we become more sustainable. Just for you to know, in Jabal Ali, there are thousands, I think 7,000 companies who invested in Jabal Ali. The top 25, there's 8 Omanis amongst the top 25 who've invested, not in Dukum, in Jabal Ali. We have the power, we have the money, we have to add in our confidence in our country. Our deposits in the local bank are humble compared to other countries. We take a country like Lebanon that is torn by wars for many, many years. There are similar economies and similar number of people. The deposits in Oman are about $50 billion. The deposits in Lebanon are $200 billion. So we need confidence, we need to believe in our country, and for sustainability we have to invest, as my colleagues have said, in the human beings. You know, we need to teach more, to teach better, to teach intelligently, to educate. This is our force for becoming sustainable and identifying opportunities.
That's great. Gary, you want to put your thoughts on this, the challenges on doing business and especially rising cost of doing business?
Assalamu alaikum. So I'm a newbie to your country. I've only been here for 18 months, and I couldn't agree with Simon more, to be honest, because when I look back at the history of Oman and the time we've spent immersing ourselves into your country, from the first barrel of oil that was exported in 1967 to in 1970 when there was only 10 kilometres of tarmacked road, and you were on your donkey with your aggregate, but now you can use a Mercedes-Benz truck, but I will speak to you afterwards, Simon. For me, it's very interesting to see and to watch, because tourism is a huge opportunity, I believe, for this country. But when I look at some of the other exports that Oman have, if you look at the cabling that went into Terminal 5 in London Heathrow, it was 100% Omani. It was a huge export that the Omani nation made. So manufacturing is a huge opportunity that we have here to be able to take to the rest of the world. I mean, Oman to me is one of the best kept secrets. It's a beautiful country with beautiful, kind, gentle people, and for it to sustainably grow, I believe personally there's a massive difference between a commercial viability, because we can all sit with spreadsheets and make the spreadsheet add up, and commercially it will look okay. But for it to be sustainable, for it to last over 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years, is the trick for our country to be able to move forward. And some of the challenges that we have in business, some of the costs that I think we will all be suffering from, is elements of credit. We have quite strong credit issues within the country where bills aren't paid on time, interest costs increase. We then end up reducing various companies' credits, borrowings go out to various other companies, and it becomes a vicious circle. So for me, I kind of ignore the commercial viability. You have to look at the sustainable growth as to 24, 36, 48, 72 months on. But the opportunity, I believe, for us here in Oman, tourism, yes, fantastic opportunity, but it's the manufacturing opportunity that we have. There is huge space, there is huge skill set in Oman, huge skill set. And I believe that when you look at what the Sultanate have done with the 2020 vision, it's the 5-year plan is on its ninth sector. It's working towards the 2040 vision, and for me, the huge opportunity here is in our young people. Mm-hmm. The largest community is the Omani youngsters that are between 20 to 30 years old, and here is a huge investment opportunity that we need to take on board as private companies. I'm happy to say that the Omanization at Zawawi is a very, very high level. We have some fantastic skilled Omani people, from our people in the offices to our technicians to our lawyers. It just seems to me that we've looked at commercial viability first when it was a boom time, and now the oil prices have dropped. We need to look at a sustainable growth in order for our country to move forward. And for me, manufacturing is a huge opportunity, and we've seen that we are able to do it. And also, tourism is another. But for me personally, it's the investment in our youngsters, the guys and girls that are leaving school from 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, and investing that time in them for them to be the leaders of Oman in the future.
Great thoughts, Gary. That's really good. It's just we actually are running out of time here. So for the Vision 2040, as you mentioned, is just what we have is look also investing on sustainability, investing on young Omanis, and also trying to reduce the processes and doing, what you call it, ease of doing business, if we should aim for all these in the coming years. So that will be great. So I thank you all, and it was really good. I hope everybody has got something out of it. It's just we can't unfortunately take any questions from the audience, but we will be around here, and if anybody has any burning questions, they can come up to the panelists and then ask them after the awards. Thank you all. Thanks.
Thank you, gentlemen, and Ms. Mariam for the interesting discussion. After some serious discussions, now it's time for the celebrations. Time to rejoice over the achievements of the industry. But first, let's clear the stage. Now let's have a look at a video on the landmark project that is placing Oman on global MICE landscape and the company behind its construction.
More than 5,000 years of significant arterial trading route make the Sultanate of Oman a thriving metaphor, a global platform of people and partnership to meet, engage, share, innovate and exchange ideas and give business a new meaning. Situated in Madinat Al-Afan, Oman's largest urban development project, Shapoorji Pallonji Group takes pride in presenting the edifice of brilliance, the Oman Convention and Exhibition Center, OCEC. Our journey started in Oman when Shapoorji Pallonji Group won the most prestigious contract of building the Qasr Al-Alam Palace for His Majesty in 1971. Shapoorji Company has been an integral part of Oman's growth and has since delivered some of the finest landmarks in the Sultanate. One of India's largest construction conglomerates and with a rich legacy of more than 153 years and presence in 60 countries worldwide, Shapoorji Pallonji have built the most diversified landmark structures worldwide. Continuing on its journey, Shapoorji Pallonji began the construction of the prestigious Oman Convention and Exhibition Center in 2015. OCEC's grand design lends a distinctive ambiance to accommodate world congresses, exhibitions, regional meetings, gala events, performances and concerts. With unmatchable architectural finesse, OCEC is amongst the first to meet the rigorous LEED Gold certification by the US Green Building Council. Purposeful and flexible design ensures a vast area of meeting, conference and exhibition spaces with state-of-the-art features and facilities for hosting prestigious business events. The pièce de résistance of the project is a state-of-the-art lyric-style auditorium which seats 3,200 and is set over 3 levels with advanced projection and riggings, orchestra pit, and acoustic systems designed to attract world-class entertainers and performers, while also catering for international Congress delegations. Advanced construction techniques were used to deliver this theatre. The project also included a tiered auditorium that seats 456 people. The grand ballroom seating options include up to 2,688 persons, subdivided into 3 or 6 individual meeting rooms using a system of acoustically rated movable walls, and a VIP pavilion with its own meeting room facility. 19 meeting rooms are conveniently located and easily accessible from the theatre and grand ballroom, offer up to 360 seats, overlooking a large area for specialized catering and lush landscapes. This versatile venue offers flexibility to host small and large meetings, seminars or gala banquets. OCEC construction involved a built-up area of 60,000 square meters. With a span of 60 meters, the structural steel erection of the roof was the most complicated and required great skill. Meeting and exceeding the highest standards of HSE and quality, Shapoorji Pallonji Group delivered OCEC in record time. An illustration of world-class building. Oman Convention and Exhibition Center, the edifice of brilliance. The legacy of grand architectural finesse continues.
And now it's time for the moment we've all been waiting for. The awards this evening are aimed at recognizing the overall excellence in the delivery of buildings, civil engineering, infrastructure, and real estate projects, along with allied sectors. Overall, we are going to present 29 awards to the deserving companies, projects, professionals, and industry leaders this evening. To start the awards ceremony, we request His Excellency Dr. Rashid bin Safi Al-Hrebi and Mr. Atulya Sharma, CEO of UMS, to kindly come on stage to present the awards. The first award of the evening is for the Best Construction Safety Initiative. As there is a tie between two companies, we will present this award to two companies. The first winner is Douglas OHI for their highly successful Say Hello, Wave Goodbye Plant Safety Awareness Program. Please come on stage. Next winner of the Best Construction Safety Initiative is Zawawi Powertech Engineering. They're receiving this award for their effective HSSE Week Celebration Program. Please come on stage to receive your trophy. award is for Best Use of Digital Technology. And the winner is L&T Oman. They are receiving this award for their digitalization drive, Let's Go Digital. Please come on stage to receive your trophy. Award is for Excellence in Fast-Track Project Development with Smart Usage of Technology. Let's have a look at a short video of the winner. No prizes for guessing. Yes, the winner is As-Saud Global School Duqm by At-Tamman. Please come on stage. Congratulations. Our next award is for the Best Training Initiative, and the winner is Douglas OHI. They are receiving this award for their initiative, It's Okay, a constructive interventions training program successfully implemented across the country. category is Best MEP Contractor. And the winner is an MEP company that integrates diverse activities under one umbrella and is a favorite of all project owners for MEP work. The winner is Bahwan Engineering Company. The next award is for Best Formwork and Scaffolding Solutions. It goes to a company that leads the market benchmarks with its world-class formwork and scaffolding solutions for a wide array of requirements ranging from buildings to infrastructure projects. Passionate about innovation, they recently introduced a revolutionary scaffolding system which aims to increase the HSE standards and productivity in Oman. Please welcome the winner, Duka, the Formwork Experts. Category is Best Contractor for Infrastructure Project. And the winner is L&T Oman. They're receiving this award for the prestigious OETC project at Ghala, Amirat, and Bosher. Award category is Best EPC Contractor, and the winner is Voltas. They are winning this award for their prestigious Million Date Palm Plantation project of Diwan of Royal Court. Please welcome Voltas on stage. Congratulations. The next award category is Best Contractor for a Commercial Project. And the winner is At-Tasneem Group. They are receiving this award for the impressive new Omantel headquarters complex. category is Best Contractor for a Retail Project. And the winner is Voltas for the popular Al Aremi Boulevard. The next award category is Best Contractor for a Civil Project. And the winner is Al Wataniya United Engineering and Contracting Company for the prestigious Al Sharqiya University. Congratulations to all the winners. Thank you, Your Excellency and Mr. Atolia, for doing the honors. You may kindly take your respective seats. Thank you so much. This brings us to the end of the first round of awards this evening. Now it's time for some entertainment. We will resume the awards presentation after the entertainment. Ladies and gentlemen, brace yourself for some mesmerizing performance by the talented bunch of performers. Hope you will enjoy it. Thank you.
Hello everyone, welcome to Dossier Construction. We are Flat 25 band. Hope you all enjoyed. عاش حبيب الشعب لشعبي بربه محروس جميعنا ندعوك يا ربي احفظ لنا قابوس عاش حبيب الشعب للشعب بربه محروس جميعنا ندعوك يا ربي احفظ لنا قابوس يا فرحة عمت أراضينا ونور العيد ليالينا عماننا بالورد والزينة كأنها عروس عاش حبيب الشعب لشعبي بربه محروس جميعنا ندعوك يا ربي احفظ لنا قابوس احفظ لنا قابوس احفظ لنا قابوس. Thank you.
could hide it and tell them all I know now. Shout it from the rooftop, write it on the skyline. All we had is gone now. Tell them I was happy and my heart is broken. All my scars are open. Tell them what I hope I would be. Impossible, impossible, impossible. Falling out of love is hard. Falling for betrayal is worse. Broken trust and broken hearts, I know. And thinking all you need is here. Building faith and love and words. Empty promises are where I know. When all is done, there's nothing to say. If you're done with embarrassing me on your own, you can let it. Tell them all I know now. Shout it from the rooftop, write it on the skyline. All we had is gone now. Tell them I was happy and my heart is broken. All my scars are open. Tell them what I hope I would be. Impossible, impossible, I remember years ago, someone told me I should take caution when it comes to love. I did. Thank you.
Wow, what a great show. Thank you, guys. Now we shall resume to the next round of awards presentation for the evening. To do the honors, we request His Excellency Saif bin Mohammed al-Shabibi and Ms. Alpana Roy, Executive Vice President of UMS, to kindly come on stage to present the rest of the awards. Our first award after the break is for Best Construction Contractor. There is a tie between two companies, and the first winner is Oman Shaporji Company, OSCO, for the Oman Convention and Exhibition Center Complex. The next winner of the Best Construction Contractor, let's have a look at a short video on the winning company. No prizes for guessing. The winner is التسنيم Group. next award is for Most Innovative Concrete Products Manufacturer. The winners are one of the forerunners in the concrete products industry to emerge as most innovative manufacturers of highly aesthetic and innovative designer pavers for beautifying the external landscapes of the beautiful Oman. The winners are Asarain Concrete Products and Trading and Modern Concrete Products of Asarain Group. Award is for Best Interior Design for a Villa Project. And the winner is Design District for a Villa Project in El Moj, Muscat. Award is for Best Interior Design for a Large Project. And the winner is W Hotel Muscat for its bold remix of traditional charm and natural beauty of Oman and the disruptive W DNA. Next award is for the Best Engineering Consultant for an Entertainment Destination Project. And the winner is Design Group Engineering Consultants for Royal Opera House of Musical Arts Project. Now for our next award, Best Engineering Consultant for a Road Infrastructure Project. The winner is Renarde SA and Partners Consulting Engineers for Mahadja Dole Carriageway in North Al Batina and Al Bremi. award is for Best Engineering Consultant for a mixed-use project. And the winner is Kio International Consultants for the Omani Riviera project spread across 1,200 acres in Yiti and Yenkit area. The next award is for the Best Engineering Consultant for a Pavilion project. Let's have a look at a short video on the winner. Yes, the winner is F&M Middle East for Oman's Pavilion in Expo 2020 in Dubai. Congratulations, ladies. And the next award is for Best Project Design. And it goes to Atkins Oman for Rayhan Rotana Hotel and Hotel Apartments project in El Moj, Muscat. Award is for pioneering accommodation solution, and it goes to Renaissance Services Village Duqom. Award is for the Best Sustainable Project, and the winner is Ras Al Hamra Development Project of Petroleum Development Oman for taking a series of sustainable measures to provide new high-quality, sustainable living for the employees and families at PDO. Please welcome them on stage. award is for the Best Retail Development of the Year. Before we announce the winner, let's have a look at a short video on the winner.
Welcome to Oman's newest retail destination, inspired by the heritage of Oman and where the architecture of old lives on. A place where time stands still. Welcome to Souk Al Medina. Nestled in the heart of Muscat in Madinat Sultan Qaboos, a sought-after upmarket residential neighborhood that's home to a perfect blend of affluent Omani and expatriate households. With Souk Al Medina, WJ Towel aims to redevelop MQ's exclusive commercial precinct that has been serving the community since 1975 and has been home to countless brands over the years. Promises a unique shopping experience that captures the magic of traditional Omani souks offered along with modern-day conveniences. The property incorporates features such as the use of Omani stone, traditional wooden doors and lanterns, all tributes to Oman's rich history and tradition. Envisioned as the heart of the community, Souk Al Medina will offer something for everyone. Boutiques and exclusive stores that cater to global lifestyle choices, be it big brands or homegrown labels. An F&B promenade of restaurants, both indoors and outdoors, that will offer some of the most delectable choices in dining to suit every palate. And a melting pot of experiences and special events, pop-up markets, cultural exhibitions, food trucks, and many more. Come be a part of the bespoke experience that is Souk Al Medina.
Yes, the winner is Souk Al Medina of Oman International Development Company. The next award is for CEO of the Year. The winner is a young, prominent, and highly successful corporate leader. He is a self-driven alumni of the esteemed Loughborough University with a strong foothold in business and resource management. His zeal and vigor to lead the company to its goals has led a Tasneem Group forward to many achievements, such as star attraction of Muscat, the Royal Opera House, along with other major projects like the growing hub of the city, Al Moj. His irrefutable business acumen and talents at getting lucrative business tie-ups for Tasneem plays a major role in successfully opening up many factories across the country and bringing the group one step closer to achieve its goals. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for our CEO of the Year, Mr. Mohit Kimji of Tasneem Group. Congratulations. Our next award is Business Leader of the Year. The winning personality is a name that is synonymous with the award-winning Al-Idrak Trading and Contracting Company. As the founder and investor since its inception 30 years ago, he is spearheading the engineering and construction powerhouse at its helm as Chief Executive Officer. Al-Idrak, with its humble beginnings in the construction sector back in 1986, is now one of the premier construction and engineering contracting services firms in the country. Under his leadership, with around 10,000 employees on the group's direct payroll, an order book that tops $1 billion US, an operational footprint that covers the length and breadth of Oman. The company is well positioned for strong growth domestically as well as regionally. Please welcome the recipient of Business Leader of the Year Award, Dr. Thomas Alexander of Al Adrak Trading and Contracting. Present the final 2 awards of the evening to 2 of the most talented and fast-rising young industry professionals. The first award is for the best engineer. It goes to a very talented engineer who has 7 years of experience and has worked on several public and private projects in Oman. He has successfully developed several environmental studies for different diverse projects in the region. His expertise in the field of environmental engineering, coastal engineering, and water resources adds real value to the team and to his projects as well. Some of his major projects include Omani Riviera and Hawiyat Najm, among many others. Please join me in welcoming the Best Engineer Award winner, Mr. Al-Mundhir Al-Nasri of Kia Consultants on stage. A big round of applause for him. Award for the evening is for the best architect. Drawing on her background in architectural engineering and urban planning, the winner delivers a unique combination of tackling design issues from both a micro and macro level in every project she undertakes. Her growth as a professional is fueled by her thirst for knowledge. This is reflected in her portfolio of works, ranging from interior to urban design, as well as her interest in various verticals, including technology and digital interventions. Her major works include Intercontinental Hotel Redevelopment Project, Attaka Resort, and New Muscat International Airport, among many others. We are pleased to announce our winner of the Best Architect Award, Ms. Umayma Al-Hanai of Atkins. A big round of applause for the lady. All the ladies, we're very proud of you. Thank you. We now request all the winners this evening to kindly come on stage for the group picture. We also request His Excellency Dr. Rashid bin Safi Al-Hrebi and Mr. Atolya Sharma to join the winners on stage for the group photo. so much, Your Excellencies, for doing the honors. And congratulations once again to all the winners tonight. What a great show. This brings us to an end of the Dossier Constructions Infrastructure Awards and Summit 2019. Thank you all for being such a wonderful audience. Today's evening wouldn't have been a success without the support and cooperation of our partners and sponsors. Hope you will enjoy your dinner and look forward to seeing you again in the 2020 edition of the event. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Thank you.
Check one, check. Okay.
يوم راني معاه غدو تاني متمني يكتب بالمكتوب ونكون احداه يا قلبي شوف هو ونرماني فوق بحر صافي بمواج وداني معاه تبع رياح الحب وعنك احضني ودعني وصاني وقلي حبيبك لا تنساه زينة ما درت فينا أنا وقلبي حوسنا عليك ما لقينا يا زينة ما درت فينا أنا وقلبي حوسنا عليك ما لقينا قالوا لي خرجتي في ظلام وعليا سولتي في غياب القمر بعيونك ضويتي قالوا لي عليك نجمة يا نجمة ما بنتي وين كنتي هذا شحال قولي لي ليش هربتي قالوا لي خرجتي في ظلام وعليا سولتي في غياب القمر قالوا لي عليك نجمة يا نجمة ما بنتي وين كنتي يا ذا شحال قولي لي ليش هربتي زينة ما درت فينا أنا وقلبي حوسنا عليك ما لقيناها يا زينة ما درت فينا أنا وقلبي حوسنا عليك ما لقينا يا رياح ديم غالي راني مجروح شكون اللي داويني زينة ما درت فينا أنا وقلبي حوسنا عليك ما لقيناها يا زينة ما درت فينا أنا وقلبي حوسنا عليك ما لقيناها Thank you very much. مهم جدا وجودك في تفاصيلي، مهم جدا بغاني ومواويلي، غيرك يا حبيبي مو مهم عادي، تفز الروح لك لما تناديني. مهم جدا وجودك في تفاصيلي، مهم جدا بغاني ومواويلي، غيرك يا حبيبي مو مهم عادي، تفز الروح لك لما تناديني. مهم جدا جدا مهم جدا جدا مهم جدا وجودك في تفاصيلي، مهم جدا جدا مهم جدا جدا مهم مواويلي.
Darling, I got my trust issues. Only you stay away. If we meet at the rendezvous, take me someday. Darling, I got my trust issues. Only you stay away. If we meet at the rendezvous, take me someday.
أحب أطرق وأشم رواحتك فيني، يا مالك اللي من نصيبي لنصيب، لك أدعي في سجودي يا عسى تبقى، يا شمس الصبح أنت يا قمر ليلي. أحب أطرق وأشم رواحتك فيني، يا مالك اللي من نصيبي لنصيب، لك أدعي في سجودي يا عسى تبقى، يا شمس الصبح انت يا قمر ليلي. مهم جدا جدا مهم جدا جدا مهم جدا بغاني ومواويلي، مهم جدا جدا مهم جدا جدا مهم جدا بغاني ومواويلي. Thank you very much. شكرا.
I left my shoes last night, I don't know where I put my keys. I was tired and fell asleep under the oak tree. I bet my brother's proud of me, from his scar upon my knuckles and his grace upon my knees. And all I know is I got a cap and then threw up on his car seat. He kicked me out and then I walked in the rain. I won't be doing this again, I won't be doing this again. And tomorrow's a brand new day. Someone told me, always say what's on your mind. I am only being honest with you. I get lonely, make mistake from time to time, so no man call, yeah. Baby, I be, yeah, one no my, yeah. One no my, yeah, one no my, yeah. One no my, yeah, one no my, yeah. One no my, yeah, one no my, yeah. I've never met. In the pocket of my jeans are broken coins and broken dreams. My heart is singing up the scene and I'm coming apart now. Right next to the oak tree. Now take your bus straight into town and spend the afternoon looking around the things that I left on the ground. And stay with me, tomorrow's the brand new day. Someone told me, always say what's on your mind. I am only being honest with you. I get lonely. I make mistakes from time to time, so no make oh yeah. Baby, I be yeah. One no my yeah. One no my I yeah. One no my yeah. One no my I yeah. One no my yeah. One no my I yeah. One no my yeah. say bend your knees. Take a vow, I will set you free. Of a child thinking all she needs. To your lungs giving. Go stuff yourself with plastic. Forget the things that made you whole. You're made to fit their mold. Whoa, oh, I don't need your paper throne. Oh, I know the fall won't break my fragile bones. Even the fools know nothing is forever. No, I don't need your paper crown. Oh, it won't belong to you. Oh, come crashing down. I won't trade my soul. Oh, grew up to dream of a child thinking all she needs. For the wild, you can taste the stars. Till sun burns dry. Get rid of all your boundaries, all the things that used to hold. You're made to fit their mold. Whoa, whoa, whoa. No, I don't need your paper throne. Oh, I know the fall won't break my fragile bones. Even the fools know nothing is forever. No, I don't need your paper crown. Oh, it won't belong to you. Oh, come crashing down. I won't trade my soul. Oh, oh.
watching you stand alone. All of my should the sky be filled with fire and stone, keep watching over during the sun. This was the end in fire, and we should all burn together until the flames climb high. Calling out, Father, oh, stand by and we will watch the flames burn on the mountainside. We should all die tonight, and we should all die together. Raise a glass of wine for the love of the sun. Calling out, Father, oh, stand by and we will watch the flames burn on the mountainside. Desolation comes upon the sky. No, I see fire inside the mountains. I see fire burning the trees, and I see fire hollowing souls. I see fire blood in the breeze, and I hope that you remember me. Should my people fall, surely I'll do the same. Confined in mountain holes, go too close to the flame. Calling out, Father, oh, hold fast and we will watch the flames burn on and on the mountainside. Desolation comes upon the sky. No, I see fire inside the mountains. I see fire burning the trees, and I see fire following souls. I see fire blood in the breeze, and I see fire. Oh, and no, so you